Have you ever looked at your cat's food label and wondered, what's actually in this? You might be surprised to learn that some of the most popular cat food brands contain ingredients that could be harmful to your feline friend. Together, let's uncover the worst cat foods you might be feeding your cat and explain why it's crucial to make informed choices. Cats are obligate carnivores, meaning their bodies are designed to thrive on a diet primarily consisting of meat. Feeding them low-quality food can lead to health issues like obesity, diabetes, and kidney disease. It's essential to know what goes into their food to ensure they're getting the nutrients they need. One of the most common, and most misleading, ingredients you'll see in many low-cost cat foods is something called meat byproducts. Sounds like meat, right? But here's the truth. Meat byproducts are the leftover scraps after the usable cuts are removed. That means organs, bones, fat, and sometimes even parts that offer little to no nutritional value. And to make it worse, you often won't know what animal it came from. Was it beef, chicken, turkey? It could be a mix, or none of the above. If the label doesn't specify the source, it's a red flag. Your cat deserves real meat. Chicken, turkey, salmon. Ingredients you can recognize and pronounce. When meat byproducts are the first or second ingredient, it often means the food is cheap to produce and low in bioavailable nutrients. Next, let's talk about fillers: corn, wheat, soy, and rice. These ingredients are often used to bulk up the food, reduce costs, and keep your cat feeling full. But cats don't need grains to survive, and they certainly don't thrive on them. Their digestive systems are built for protein and fat, not carbohydrates. Feeding them grain-heavy food can contribute to obesity, blood sugar spikes, and poor energy levels. Now, that doesn't mean a little rice is instantly harmful. Some premium brands use small amounts of rice or oats to bind ingredients together or to support digestion. But when the first ingredient is cornmeal or wheat gluten instead of meat, that's not a formula designed for a cat's biology, it's designed for shelf life and profits. Another ingredient to avoid? Artificial colors and preservatives. Have you ever opened a bag of kibble and noticed unnaturally bright red or yellow pieces? That coloring is purely for your benefit, not your cat's. Cats don't care what color their food is, and they certainly don't benefit from dyes like red 40 or yellow 5. In fact, artificial colors have been linked to behavioral changes and allergic reactions in some pets. Then there's BHA, BHT, and ethoxyquin, preservatives used to extend shelf life. These chemicals are banned or heavily restricted in many countries for human consumption, yet still appear in pet foods. Long-term exposure has been linked to liver and kidney issues in animals. So if you see these names on your cat's food label, it's time to rethink what's in that bowl. Now, let's name some names. Which cat food brands are the biggest offenders? Keep in mind, this isn't about attacking brands. It's about transparency and education. Many of these products are popular because they're affordable or heavily advertised. But popularity doesn't always equal quality. 1. Meow Mix Original Choice. This is a budget brand that shows up in a lot of homes. It markets itself as tasty and balanced, but the first ingredient is ground corn, not meat. It also includes animal byproduct meal and artificial dyes. For a carnivore like your cat, this formula is far from ideal. 2. 9 Lives Daily Essentials. This brand might be familiar, but look closer and you'll see similar problems. Corn is the first ingredient, followed by soybean meal and then meat byproducts. There's barely any whole meat in sight, and it also contains BHA and artificial colors. 3. Friskies Dry Food. Various flavors. Friskies wet food tends to be a little better, but many of their dry formulas are packed with fillers. Again, corn and meat byproducts lead the list, with minimal real meat and a heavy dose of artificial flavors and preservatives. 4. Special Kitty. Walmart brand. This brand is often chosen for its price point, but at a cost. The ingredient list reads like a warning sign: animal digest, corn gluten meal, artificial coloring, and unnamed meat byproducts. You're getting a lot of mystery and very little nutrition. Now, you might be thinking, but my cat loves this food. They eat it every day. And yes, your cat might love it, but that doesn't mean it's healthy. Highly processed foods are engineered to taste appealing. They're sprayed with flavor enhancers and fats that trigger your cat's sense of smell and taste, even if the ingredients themselves are poor. It's the same reason humans crave chips and fast food. We like how it tastes, even if it's not doing our bodies any favors. So what should you look for instead? The first thing to check is the ingredient list. You want to see a clearly named animal protein listed first. Not animal meal, not meat byproduct. Look for specific names, like chicken, turkey, salmon, or beef. Whole ingredients should dominate the list. If the first 3 ingredients are meat meal, from a specific source, and vegetables or low glycemic carbs like lentils or chickpeas, that's a much better start. Next, check for additives. Avoid artificial colors, preservatives, or sweeteners. Some commercial foods even add sugar, which cats don't need at all. Also look at the protein percentage. While not a perfect measure, a good cat food typically contains 30% or more protein on a dry matter basis. If the food is mostly carbs, it's not suitable for a carnivore. And don't forget moisture. Cats naturally have a low thirst drive and are built to get most of their hydration from their food. That's why wet food is often a healthier option than dry, especially if your cat doesn't drink much water. Even mixing in a little wet food with dry can improve hydration and reduce stress on the kidneys. Now, not everyone has the budget for high-end, boutique cat foods. That's okay. You don't have to spend a fortune to do better. Some mid-range options offer decent quality for a reasonable price. Brands like Purina One, Iams Healthy Naturals, and Nutro often use named meats, avoid artificial dyes, and strike a better nutritional balance than cheaper alternatives. If you're able to go a step further, look at brands like Tiki Cat, Wellness, Weruva, or Dr. Elsie's. These prioritize animal protein, skip fillers, and are closer to what cats would naturally eat. So to wrap this all up, what you feed your cat matters a lot. And while marketing and pricing make some products seem appealing, the ingredient list tells the real story. If you've been using one of the brands we talked about today, don't feel bad. Many people have, but now that you know better, you can start making small changes that add up to a healthier, longer life for your cat. Check your cat's label, make one change at a time. And remember, it's not about perfection. It's about doing better, one bowl at a time. If this helped you rethink your cat's food, hit subscribe for more no-nonsense pet health advice. And let us know in the comments, what brand are you feeding, and are you considering a switch? Thanks for watching, and here's to healthier choices for you and your cat.